lifting one leg up and rotating through the ankle. Okay, let's swap over to the other side. So rotate in the other direction, then one direction and then the other. Please do. Good. And then stretch out through this leg. Let's just give the hamstrings a stretch, taking a hold of the back of the thigh and pointing and flexing that foot gently. So pointing and flexing, feeling the legs down the muscles down the back of the leg moving up to your hands, and then movement in the foot as well. Let's swap over to the other side. Leg goes up, hand on the back of the thigh, flex and point. I have planned. I like the shadow on your back wall. I can see what you're doing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's not very bright outside today, so I thought I'd move the light a little bit differently because normally the sunshine helps. Yeah. Okay, good. And then you're just going to hug your knees into your chest and give your lower back a massage. That lower back, imagine an oval shape there where the hips and the lower back meet. And you're just going to roll around on that oval shape. Oh. Good. And then bring your feet down to the floor, have your knees together and have your arms out wide. And move those knees initially just from side to side. You don't have to go all the way over. A little bit fast, so coming up and over one side and then to the other. This will give you an indication of if you're stiff on one side in that lower back or not. Now we're going to slow it down, so coming back to center. Big inhale here and exhale your knees over to one side, and just stop there and look out over the opposite fingertips. Inhale to center and exhale to the other side, looking out the other way. How's Bob today? It's not, but not since he's been out eating grass. Oh, inhale to center and then lift those knees up. Take one knee in each hand and circle through those hips. And take any stiffness we might have out of those hips and that lower back. And then swap direction of the circles. I always think of our hips as like a figure of 8, like that infinity figure, because they are kind of that shape. Nice. Now pop the right foot down on the floor and initially have the knee bent. Hug the left knee into your chest. And then take the right hand on the outside of that left knee. And you're going to hook that left foot under the right knee and just bring that knee over the body with the hand. That's it. And you can look out in the other direction. I know you like the twists, Sue, so this might feel good. Gives the glutes a stretch as well. What else have you been doing? Have you been boxing and stuff?
Yeah, not this week so far, but I'm walking at lunchtime to my personal therapist, and we were dancing on Sunday, so that always gets the heart going. But yeah, not enough yet, Sarah.
Okay. Inhale back to center, and we're going to do the other side. So pop that left foot down on the floor, keep the knee bent. Hug that right knee into the chest. And then take the left hand over the outside, right hand goes out to the side, and hook that knee behind that foot, behind the left knee.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So does it feel better on this side?
Yeah.
So this is the side you need to do it on then. Come back to center this time. So we're going to keep holding that right leg, extend the left leg out. And again, if you want to, you can hook that foot behind the knee and just bring that foot over the body. You don't have to hook the foot behind the knee. It's just nice to have something to hold on to. It just makes it a little bit deeper for you. So I finished watching 1883 last night.
Oh, yeah.
Been watching it for the last couple of days, crying my eyes out, Sue. Loved it. Cried pretty much through the whole thing. Inhale, back to center. Nice. And then we're going to roll up, a little bit of strength here into boat pose. So roll up and stop. Good. And then lift the feet up. Nice. Got a really strong core. Well done. And then come to sitting with your knees at 90-90. Aiming your chest over that front knee and flexing that front foot. Inhaling and lifting your chest, keeping your neck in line with your spine, and then coming down initially onto your elbows, stretching out again the back of the body and the glutes. Inhaling here and exhaling, seeing if you can come down a little further. You don't have to. You can always bring the floor up to you by stacking your hands on top of each other. But make sure your head is supported and just let go. A lovely stretch. That's it. Big inhale here, push away from the floor. Slowly swapping over to the other side. And then making sure that front foot is flexed. This is to make sure that knee is safe. Chest towards knee. Inhale and exhale, fold forwards. You can use pillows if you want to, or blocks. I'm not going to go down super far this side. I'm just going to stay here today. So feel the stretch to start off with, and then take a really big inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can come a little bit lower. Support your head. And then just see if you can let your body go here into these poses. Big exhale. Really allow the position and gravity to stretch you. And then inhale and come up. Back to the feet. I haven't forgotten. Come into a kneeling position. I'm going to get you to tuck your toes under. Oh, hi, Bob. How does that feel on your feet?
That's very tight on my left one.
Okay.
Not as long, I don't think.
So if you come to all fours and tuck your toes under. So we've got a very gentle stretch going on here with our feet, which we can control. You can change. You can come out of it if you want to. Okay, and then come into a cat stretch. So tucking your chin, rounding through your back. And then cow stretch, inhaling, lifting your head, lowering your belly. Really slowing down that breath, exhaling into cat stretch again, rounding through your back and your neck. And then inhaling into that cow. belly down, head up, lovely, shoulders away from ears. 2 more, so exhaling into cat and inhaling into cow. Nice. So bring your hands a little bit further forwards and tuck your toes under. Can you come up into a down dog? Are your feet okay with that?
I'll see, hey?
Yeah? How does that? Yeah, good. And then push one heel down and then the other one, again stretching down the back of the legs and giving those feet a gentle stretch. And you're going to come up onto your toes and inhale, come forward into plank, and then exhale back to down dog. That's it. And the feet can be really expressive here. We initiate that coming forwards with the feet. So come up onto the toes and then pull your body forwards. Lovely. And then exhale back and send the heels down. Do that one more time. And stop in that high plank pose and then gently lower your knees and sink back into child's pose on the exhale. Moving your hands if you need to get your forehead down to the ground. Inhaling, coming up, tucking your toes, exhaling back to down dog. And then inhaling back into that plank. Exhaling, gently lowering your knees. Inhaling, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists. And exhaling, bringing your chin and chest down to the floor. Good. Well done. Keep your hands where they are, Sue. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And inhale, lift your chest. You don't have to come into a super big back bend here. Just a little bit. Good. And then come back to all fours. Push away from the floor. Hips come up. Good. Tuck your toes under and come back into that down dog. Heels down. Big exhale here. And have a little wiggle around in that down dog. So you can bend and straighten your knees. You can do one at a time. It's like you're paddling out here. Or you can keep your legs straight and have a little wiggle in your hips. See how that feels. Moving the weight from one hand to the other. Good. And then you're going to come to stillness here. So open your feet a little bit wider. We're going to do that lovely down dog twist. So the back hand, the one that's closest to the window, comes onto the front leg. Take a hold of the front leg. Pull yourself into that space. Saying hi to me under your armpit. Nice. And then both hands down. And exhale back into that down dog. Front hand goes onto that back leg. Look out the window. Under your armpit. Well done. Both hands down. Come forwards, knees down, and exhale back into child's pose. Are you okay?
Yeah, just good shoulder work.
Okay, good. Strong shoulders, very important. Right, let's take the weight off our wrists and come forwards into that Sphinx pose. So lovely back bend here. Excuse me. Belly down on the floor and have your elbows under your shoulders. So just to distinguish for you, that baby cobra, the hands are down on the floor. With Sphinx, the forearms are down on the floor. And squeeze your glutes here. Really push away from the floor and lift. And it's a really funny thing to say because I know you can't really go any higher, but you can push down into the floor a little bit more, which just activates that lower back. Gives you a lovely back bend Squeezing your glutes here. Good. Okay, let's come up. So hands where the elbows were. Push away from the floor to all fours. Inhale here and then exhale to down dog. And then take baby steps all the way up so that the feet and the hands meet. And here we are in our forward fold, wherever you happen to be on your mat. Now let your head go, look towards your knees, and take a hold of your elbows, dive your head between your elbows, and just sway gently from side to side. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, let your hands go. Inhale your hands onto your shins, come into that halfway lift. Long, straight back, shoulders away from ears, lovely. And then exhale back into that fold. Now step your feet wider than your hips and have your toes slightly turned out. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands to the outside of the left foot and look towards your left knee. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk your hands over to the outside of the right foot and looking towards the right knee. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale your hands to your shins and come into that halfway lift again. Long, straight back. Excuse me. The gaze point here is the floor down in front of you. That's it. Just being kind to that neck. And then put your forearms onto your thighs and you're going to bend your knees, send your hips back and come into sumo squat. And then come into a forward fold again, letting your head go. Inhaling back into that sumo squat. Hips down, head up. Good. And you've done it already. And I turn around to face you. So take your right hand, place it down on the floor, and lift your left hand up. Again, nice deep stretch down the back of the body. Left hand comes down, the right hand comes up. Look up towards those fingers. Nice. Both hands down, push away from the floor, coming back into a forward fold. And then slowly rolling back up to mountain pose. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. So I always forget, because I do it a lot, but I always underestimate the power of the shoulder roll. Put your hands onto your shoulders and roll them forwards. Although you're not spending as much time at a desk as you were before now, are you?
Not quite.
That's great. Changing direction. Yeah, when it's only one day, you really look forward to that day, don't you? Good. Oh, my shoulder's so clicky. You can feel them as well underneath your hands, yeah. And then rotate through your wrists, because we spent a lot of time on our wrists today. And then send those arms out and stretch your hands. So really stretch the fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, bring those hands down behind you. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, pull those arms down. Squeezing those elbows together. Inhaling, lifting your chest. And exhaling, pulling down. Nice. Unclasp those hands. Bring them up to the side. And then that figure of 8 that I was talking about. So you can keep the left hand still and the right hand's going to do a figure of 8. That infinity symbol. Sweeping. Good. Lovely sweeps. And you can move through the wrist, through the elbow and the shoulder. Use the whole of that arm to do whatever it can do. And stop. Other side. Coming up and over. Really lovely way to just loosen those shoulders up. Try not to just lean onto one hip.
Yeah, my foot's just a bit sore.
Okay, I see. And then settle in there and bring those arms down. Can you stand? Are you okay standing?
That's okay, it's easy a bit now, just sort of spasm a bit. It's not that much.
Okay. Bring your hands onto your hips. So that figure of 8 I was talking about, we're going to do more figure of 8. So rotating through your hips, but I want you to see if you can do a figure of 8 with those hips. Looks kind of weird, doesn't it? It's like a little burlesque show.
I think I should feel like I'm on the dance floor. I share it on the dance floor.
Swap direction, whichever direction you're going in.
Wow,
I know, this is the thing. So the body likes going one way. When you go the other way, you're like, what? How does this work? And I think, as women, I think we do disconnect very much from this area because we do suffer a lot from pain in it. Those forward folds are really good, but back bends are really good as well to open out through the front of the body. So we've done a little bit of it. Let's do it again by bringing our hands down behind us. So you can't really see because of my t-shirt, but you're going to squeeze your glutes this time. And as you pull, you are going to send your hips forwards and look up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lovely back bend opening out through the front of the body. And then unclasp those hands and inhale your hands up. Completely in the other direction. Exhale into a forward fold. That lovely contrast from one move to the other. And inhaling and reaching those hands up. Make a big starfish here. And exhale those hands down by your side. So I think balance is not a good idea. Standing on one foot's not a good idea for you. But let's do our triangle pose. So send your right toes along the length of your mat. Left toes in slightly. And hips and shoulders facing towards me. And inhale your hands up. And exhale, reach over those toes. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, reach. And then pivot. Bring that right hand onto that right leg. Neck in line with spine. Left hand comes up and over. Nice and strong in your legs. Keep your neck in line with your spine. That's it. Keep the legs where they are. And inhale, come up and over in the other direction. You can look up at your fingers and try and push your body away from the floor. So you're reaching up as high as you can, but you're still really well grounded. And then inhale, those hands back to center. And exhale them onto your hips. We're going to swap our feet over. So left toes come in, Right toes along the length of your mat. Hips and shoulders facing forwards. Inhaling those arms up. Just exhale here, relax your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, reach in the direction of those toes. And then inhale back up. And exhale, reach again. This time pivoting. Left hand comes onto the leg. And right hand comes up and over. Oh, yeah. Nothing like a good side bend. Keeping the legs where they are. Come up and over to the other side. Oh, good. And then come back to center. And bring your hands onto your hips. We're going to swap feet over again. The left toes in, right toes out. And then bring that right knee over the right foot. Foot okay?
Yeah.
Good. Warrior two. So inhale the arms up. Exhale here. Now that knee needs to be over the ankle. It looks like it's a little further. So you could probably go a little further along with those feet. That's it. So in this pose, like if you were doing Ashtanga, this thigh would be parallel to the ground. But here is fine as long as the knee's over the ankle. Inhale. Inhale as you exhale, reach. I mean, I'm not parallel to the ground, so it's fine. And then forearm comes to thigh this time. Now we're pushing away from that thigh and that other hand comes up and over. I can see you in the mirror there as well. You've got a mirror. Or is it, that's your telly that you're reflected in? Yeah. Beautiful. Again, legs stay where they are. Upper body's going to come up and over in the other direction. Reaching, looking up at those fingers. Even though we're super grounded with our legs, we're also reaching up towards the ceiling here. And then come back to center and push away from the floor. Swap the legs over. Aligning that knee over the ankle. I could probably go a little deeper on this side. Good, good alignment. And then inhaling those hands up. Just exhale here. Feel that beautiful pose. Pose on. This is a pose on its own. Inhaling here. Exhaling. Reaching. And then forearm comes to thigh. And hand comes up and over. Lovely strong warrior. Extending that warrior. Good. Now stay low in those legs. And cartwheel or windmill those hands over. Beautiful. And look up at those hands. Fingertips. Lovely stretch down the side of the body. And then push away from the floor. Come back to center. And heel toe those feet all the way to the middle. Inhale those hands up. And exhale into a side bend. So clasping those hands and bending over to whichever side feels right for you. Inhaling to center and exhaling over to the other side. Feeling a stretch all the way from the armpit down to the hip. One more time on each side. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center, look up at those hands. Push your hands together, push the palms together and bring them down to heart center. Lifting your chest up. And we're done. So namaste, thank you.